I'm sorry, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Would the Moodle be available to press the exam on phone?
I don't think so that I will make it through the Moodle because the Moodle is not really good. It's not working. It's not working in the way I want it actually.
I mean today's exam.
No. It's not going to be in the Moodle. It's kind of be class activity. I'll need to get it because I need to put some grades for you. So I need to have it in my hand sometime.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, let us continue then with the lecture number 5, which is Islamic corporate products. Okay, the learning objectives today's lecture. So far, we studied Islamic retail products. Now is the time to go with Islamic corporate products. The learning objectives of this chapter will be identifying the corporate and investment banking products that are offered by Islamic financial institutions and Islamic banks. At the end of the course, you will be able to understand the definition and how they work, the following Islamic corporate products like Islamic bank guarantee, Islamic letter of credit, Islamic corporate finance, Islamic working capital finance, and Islamic syndicate finance. You'll be able to identify them, give some definition, the meaning behind them, and how they're calculated, how the ratios are calculated of it. And specifically, you will be able to calculate the profit and return of share of each parties that are involved in these financial products that are corporate-based products. So, speaking about the finance, as we know, the finance is the lifeblood of any business. It assists the formation, how you form the finance, how you form your business. At the beginning, you need to know about the finance, everything. And it goes with the operation and ends up with the development. It allows the company to take the opportunity to grow and expand. A company cannot survive without the finance. The strategy of the financial services, such as loans and investment financial instruments and the financial product, are the key for the success of every company or businesses. So before I proceed, I would like to share the whiteboard with you to discuss about the corporate finance. What is the corporate finance itself, and basically what they are dealing with. Imagine we have company. Let me just here company. That company certainly deals with some products, producing something. Before producing something, they need to have raw materials. They need to have raw materials. So, raw materials to produce something, and these raw materials are brought from abroad, so they import it. And raw materials are imported from abroad. Definitely, the Islamic banks will take a place in this type of activity to help the company to bring their raw material. How they will use it, different type of financial products that are offered by Islamic banks, we're going to see them as well. And they pay salaries, the company. They pay salaries. The Islamic bank takes the part as well in here to help to pay the salaries. This is the second one. The third one, they have different projects that need to be financed. project financing. Project financing. So any type of project like expanding their businesses or exporting their products, they need to finance, and they will go with seek the help with the Islamic bank. They will deal with the rentals, with the leasing. An Islamic bank is going to help leasing or rentals. The company will be involving in a big and the largest project. And for this certain issue, the Islamic banks has got a code which is syndicated financing. Syndicate financing means a project that are financed in a large amount, in a big ones. Syndicate finance or financing. And of course, there are some certain projects that the banks are involved or borrowing money or constructing or something. They need to have a kind of guarantor, a guarantee issue. And Islamic banks as well can help with this. And this is, we're gonna start with our topic with a bank guarantee. Bank guarantee. So this is what the company is being involved in a daily activities. And with this, to help to be smooth and efficient in these activities, the Islamic banks can take a part actually. These things, I'm gonna save it so you can just access it. So to follow our slides, let me just return it. So today's financial institution as intermediary, they play a significant role in providing financial services to the corporate companies. And how did they provide it? I just showed you and gave you the example, like participating in syndicate financing, normal project financing, being as a bank guarantor, or importing the materials, salaries, rentals, leasing, etc. These are all activities that are companies are being involved. The banks or financial institutions, specifically talking about the Islamic bank, they are taking part to help to accomplish their things efficiently. So there have been significant developments in the product line of Islamic financial institution in terms of Islamic corporate products. Many innovative products have been evolved and developed to meet the requirements of modern local and international multinational businesses, like bringing and selling the products abroad, like involved in a business which are internationally globalized. Like there are maybe 80% of the companies that are trading and that are doing their businesses internationally rather than just domestically. Nowadays, we have faced a big crisis, which is coronavirus. You can see that it has affected a lot to the businesses. Many businesses shut down their firms, their productions due to this limitation that are put by the government. The government locked down their borders in order to prevent the crisis to spread. And that prevention really affected the businesses of the companies. Now, recently, let me give you an example. Donald Trump said about the US lockdowns. They said they will not keep the US to be locked down for more than 2 weeks, because if they keep the US lockdown more than for 2 weeks, the consequences of the lockdown will be much, much worse than the consequences after this virus, which is called coronavirus. He said that if we keep the lockdown in our economy, we'll have more suicides, there will be murders, increase in numbers. It will have a really huge consequences, much worse than the consequences that may have come from coronaviruses. So this is about the US, but other countries like Kazakhstan and the CS and the Europe countries, they still continue the lockdown until they sort out the issue related to crisis. So the Islamic financial corporate-based products are here. There are 6. It's Islamic bank guarantee, Islamic letter of credit, Islamic corporate finance, working capital finance, syndicate finance, and Islamic current account. So we're going to discuss them each, and we'll see how they work separately. So Islamic bank guarantee. In Sharia, the debtor has a prime responsibility for the payment of the debt. Debtor means, as you know, is the person who borrows the money. So he's obligated to pay himself the debt he borrowed. However, the individual or institution allowed to provide a kind of guarantee for that payment. In the case if the debtor is about to fail to pay the debt, kind of giving the guarantee that this guy, if he fails it, I'm the one who guarantees his payment. The guarantee provided by the individual or institution shall serve as an additional security, where the guarantor, Islamic bank specifically, undertakes this position to pay the agreed sum if the debtor fails or defaults. Guys, here's the difference. I know you may be familiar with the letter of credit before from conventional system. However, and with the guarantee as well. In the guarantee, it doesn't necessarily obligate the bank to pay. Even the debtor is able to pay. So in here, he just gives a guarantee. He's just kind of saying, I'm here, I'm his big brother. I will pay his debt if in any case that something goes wrong. So it kind of gives the guarantor guarantee to the third party that the debtor will be able to fulfill his duties that was assigned as obligation under some terms and conditions. A bank guarantee is written and undertaken issued by the bank to pay the beneficiary. Beneficiary or the creditor is the third party. If the customer of the bank, who is the debtor or applicant, the customer itself, defaults on the payment. So it can be conditional, it can be unconditional. So conditional means that if something was unethically behaved by the customer will take the obligation himself. But everything was okay and all the terms and conditions were satisfied between the bank and the customer, between the debtor and the bank, then it will be unconditional. The bank will take the obligation to pay the compensation, whatever. There are some different types of guarantee that we're gonna see it as an example. For example, I want to share something with you. The one website, I found it in here just to, we have Kuveyt Türk. It's a Kuveyt Participation Bank, Kuveyt Islamic Bank in Turkey. We have Al Baraka Bank, it's Islamic bank, which is in Turkey as well. And Ziraat, which is in Turkey as well. We have Al Hilal in Kazakhstan, but I want to share the activities of these guys. Okay, coming to Ziraat is a more government-based bank. Let's see what they offer. Retail products, as we have seen it in previously, but we are not dealing with the retail, we are dealing with the corporate products. So in corporate products, here's the list of corporate products they offer: cash financing, non-cash financing, financial leasing, external, blah, blah, blah. But we want something related to trade or guarantee. But let's see what we're looking for. It's in trade. Cash payment here. Cash payment, not really. Corporate. Foreign trade financing. Export import. Okay, importing. external financial leasing, cash, participation account. So in here it's not okay. I think I was looking for the here. Al Baraka for our businesses. Here you go. Yes, it was Al Baraka Bank. So the visual design, the financial technology that Al Baraka uses is more friendly user. It's easy to be guided in here. So here we can see that non-cash credits, like letters of credits here, and letters of guarantees that I was looking for. So the guarantee that we are talking about Islamic banks is here, but is offered by Al Baraka. So here's some explanation. Here's the sample of application or request for the letter of guarantee of Al Baraka. Guys, for the Al Baraka, for the Islamic banks, so before proceeding, now we have bank guarantee in here, Islamic bank guarantee. This Islamic bank guarantee product is based on two structure. These two structures are kafala and wakala. Here is kafala. Here is the wakala. Kafala, the word means literally guarantee, or the person who is responsible for you, the person who is standing behind you. And when it comes to wakala from the previous lecture, we know it is referring to agency, like a bank acts as an agent that will do some activities on the behalf of you. However, according to our fee, like Auditing Organization of Islamic Institutions, they do not allow to use a guarantee based on kafala, based on like guarantor, because when you do the kafala, the banks, they need to charge a fee on it. We know that in Islamic, in Islamic rules, according to Sharia, you cannot charge the fee on a guarantee-based product. However, there are some scholars, they say, okay, we do not charge on kafala itself, but we will charge on the things that the people who organize this kafala product, because they are dealing with the documents, they are arranging the documents, and the people there who are hired to deal with this kafala will charge because of these things. So according to our fee, it is not allowed to use guarantee which is based on the structure of kafala. However, some scholars, they allow to do. So in some banks, you will see it like it has been divided into two parts, like kafala and wakala. But wakala says is differently. But how the wakala works, guarantee. Let's say there's a customer A, who wants to bring the product from abroad, to import the goods and services from abroad. But he, or to construct something, he needs to have some guarantor. He needs to have a guarantor. Who will be guarantor? He asked the Islamic bank to be a guarantor. So customer A, at the same time, this guy is the construction company, okay? It's the same time as the construction company. He asked the Islamic bank to be a guarantor, okay? This construction company asked to be a guarantor. Islamic bank guarantee makes a wakala, through the wakala gives a guarantee. Okay, This guy, no matter, he will be able to just finish his project in any case. So he will finish his project. He will deliver the project on time. If something goes wrong, I will stand behind this guy. I will finish it. But Wakala is used how? Wakala is one of the accounts in Islamic bank. Construction company should have one account in Wakala structure, and you know how it works. Do you remember how the Wakala works, guys?
Yes.
Okay, great. So construction company have the account Wakala in Islamic bank. And Wakala, we know it's an agency contract by Islamic bank. Islamic bank is can use the construction company's money to invest in a specific project. So they're using the construction companies to be a guarantor, to guarantee that the construction company will be able to deliver the product. So mainly the Islamic banks is using the construction companies money to be guaranteed. So any customer who buys, so there is a customer who buys, let's say, flats from construction company will receive a guarantee, because in a construction business, whenever you buy a flat, when it's under the construction, let's say construction lasts for 2 years, the customers who buys the flats, he will be concerned when the construction company will be able to deliver the product, whether the construction company will be able to deliver the product on time. If there is a delay, or if there's something goes wrong, if the construction company does not deliver, who will give me the guarantee that I will not lose the money? Here's the Islamic bank take the place to be a guarantor. Says, okay, I'll be a guarantor who will guarantee the construction or construction company for you. If in the case the company fails, I will compensate the loss or the money that you have invested. So this is the place how the Wakala works. And the Islamic bank guarantee use the Wakala structure, and Wakala structure means that the construction company should have an account in here. And for that account, the Islamic bank charged the fee, a regular fee, if you remember, that construction companies are charged having just account, not just being a guarantee.
Alimshan, I think none of us can hear you.
Sorry guys, it's by mistake. Now you can hear me. Thank you so much, Anur, for let me go back. Sorry for that. Okay, let's finalize the thing. We have said that guarantee by Islamic banks can be done through two structures. One is kafala, the other one is wakala. Kafala means is just a shoe type trip or a guarantee that the Islamic bank take the place in the behalf. But when it comes to wakala, it is just agency by Islamic bank. According to our fee, that kafala is not allowed. However, there are some scholars, they see it is permissible because they say because the fee that has been charged is not on the kafala structure, it is charged on of the work and the effort that are put by the workers of Islamic banks. So they see this, but in many banks you will see that there is no kafala and wakala differentiation. They just show it as guarantee, letter of guarantee that I have shown you the example of Al Baraka Turkish Participation Bank. By the way, participation and Islamic banks, they are meaning the same thing. In Turkey, all Islamic banks are called as a participation banks. Okay, let's continue. So the parties that are involved in letters of guarantee, there are three parties. One is guarantor, the other one is applicant, the customer who looks for a guarantee, who wants to get some backup by the bank. And most of the people who are looking for the backups are the contractors, the construction companies. And beneficiary or creditor, the party who will be reimbursed or compensated by guarantor in the event if applicant is not capable to keep his word or to bring the responsibilities to fulfill his duties. So there are several types of Islamic guarantees. They're here. We have 6. One is tender guarantee, the other one performance guarantee, then advance payment guarantee, retention guarantee, shipping guarantee, and Islamic bank guarantee and fee. And then we're going to talk about how the fee and and Islamic bank guarantee is given. Coming to tender guarantee. Conventionally, it is called a bid bond. Bid bond. It is a guarantee that are issued by Islamic bank against a default by its customer. I think most of you should know what is the tender. And it is mostly used in the tender cases. When you apply for a tender and let's say you're about to construct a certain project and the banks acts as a guarantee behind you when you apply for a tender to make the things clearly. Or in other cases, like when you're about to start a project and before starting the project, you start to sell your project. However, to create a more secure atmosphere, to show that your project is secured and guaranteed by Islamic bank, if something goes wrong, you will be compensated by tender guarantee or bid bond. So it is mostly related to construction and tender. Performance indication in here, it shows that it's another type of guarantee. By the way, in terms of guarantee, in most banks, they do not differentiate in too many details, like performance, tender, retention. But however, if it's the bank's is already old bank and has got his activities involved in a huge countries and in a huge project, then you will see this differentiation take the place. But in most small banks and small medium enterprise banks are They do not differentiate. They just use it as letter of guarantees. So in performance banks, as name indicates, a performance guarantee where the bank guarantee that the certain project will be delivered in accordance with the condition that I already mentioned in the contract. So if anything which is not met in the contract, let's say I asked to deliver 10 flats, however, the construction company didn't deliver 10 flats, but they delivered 9 flats, or they didn't deliver those 10 flats with certain conditions, with certain futures, the Islamic banks will take the place as a guarantee. And if something goes wrong, if it violates the conditions and the agreements which was made before starting the project, the Islamic bank will compensate it for the performance. Advance payment guarantee. In some cases, the contractor, the construction company may ask the beneficiary, the project owner, for advance payment for the work and services to be carried out. In such case, the project owner asks for an advance payment guarantee, which should be issued by Islamic bank. This type of guarantee either be issued separately or together with performance guarantee. Guys, if you have any question, please just write it in the chat. I will just go again. Just let me put the chat in here so I can see it. If anything is not clear. Oops. So, returning back. Tender guarantee is related to tender. Is a guarantee where the Islamic bank guarantee against default by customer in taking up the specific tender. Okay. Performance guarantee is a guarantee that tries to control to make sure that the construction company is satisfying all conditions and the futures that are already mentioned in the contract while delivering the product. Advance payment, in some cases, the customer or the construction companies, they ask from the beneficiary, the project owner, for advance payment. And the project owner asks from the Islamic bank to give this financial guarantee that there is advance payment, and it can be, by the way, joined with the performance guarantee together, like two contracts can be joined. And for the project owner to join the performance guarantee together, they should have an account in Islamic bank, which is Wakala account. This is advance payment guarantee. So far, we have 3 types, which is tender, performance, and advance payment guarantee.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
So all of them are used for the construction only? Like guarantee?
No. They can be for for import and export trading as well.
Okay, thank you.
So far, coming to the retention guarantee, in some cases, the project owner or beneficiary withholds part of payment with the customer to ensure the work of services have been completed satisfactorily. So it asks kind of security deposit to allow early release of the payment by the beneficiary. And Islamic banks can issue this retention guarantee to their project owner, okay? Instead of just paying the security deposit. So construction company can ask a kind of down payment from the project owner, and in order not to pay for the project owner, for the beneficiary that money, it may ask the Islamic bank to issue that retention guarantee, where the construction company will keep that retention guarantee. And again, it can be combined with the performance guarantee or advance payment guarantee. Oh, guys, more or less, these are all guarantees. They have the same meaning, just to give the guarantee behind somebody. Like when you go to borrow a loan in a conventional system, when you borrow a loan, they ask somebody to be a guarantor behind you. They may ask maybe director of your company or the neighbor or your brother. In case if you're defaulted, they will contact that guarantor to pay that debt. Same thing in here, like retention, advance payment, performance guarantee, financial guarantee. They all have the same meaning, just to provide a guarantee. Shipping guarantee is a written undertaking issue by Islamic bank to the ship owner or an agent or master of the vessel to pay any claims resulting from the release of the goods, and also certify that the consignee is the rightful owner of the goods. It is a general issued in instances where the goods have arrived at a port prior to the arrival of the shipping documents. So this is the example when the guarantee is used in shipping, like trading, the importing and exporting. For example, if you're not trusting the person who is exporting the products or shipping the product, and you want to be things to be clear, here's the Islamic bank can take place as a guarantee for the products before the documents arrive. If everything, when the documents arrive and everything is satisfied, all the products that are shipped are satisfying all the features that are and conditions that are met in the contract, then transaction can take the place. If not, if something is missing, it means that the guarantor should compensate that inconvenience.
So if something is missing, then the bank is responsible, right?
Yes, guarantor.
Okay.
Yes, very true. Let me give you an example. Some like I ordered by shipping, let's say 10 products, and only one product did not satisfy with features that I was asking for at the beginning signing the contract. And after that, I received the products, and then documents came. Before the receiving documents, I check the products and everything. If everything is fine, then Islamic bank can give me the guarantee that everything, then it can be compensated. If not, then just the agreement will go as follows. Here's an example. The structure of Islamic bank gives the guarantee. Here's the exporter. And we have applicant who is importer, who wants to bring the products abroad. Let's say exporter is in Turkey, importer in Kazakhstan. So Turkey, Kazakhstan. And now exporter sells the goods and services. These guys receives everything. However, the exporter is afraid that importer will receive the goods and services and will not pay the money. Or importer is afraid that he will receive the goods and services and he will pay the money. However, the goods and services that he has received is not in good condition that it was explained before when they were making the contract. So in order to avoid this type of inconvenience, exporter asks for guarantee, and importer should submit and supply that guarantor. And the importer goes to Islamic bank, asks to be a guarantor for importer to the exporter. So once the exporter has got the guarantor, Islamic bank has got its partners in exporter countries. In Turkey, let's say Al Hilal Bank is collaborating with Al Baraka Bank in Turkey. Exporter knows well the Al Baraka Bank, and importer knows well Al Hilal Bank. So there's a trust breach was constructed between exporter and importer. Now they can make a trade between each other in a trust atmosphere. There's no problem. Once everything is managed, if something goes wrong, the guarantor, as Islamic banks, will compensate the exporter, but exporter will be compensated by Al Baraka Bank in Turkey, because Al Baraka is in Turkey, Al Hilal, because exporter doesn't know the Al Hilal. He's going to deal with Al Baraka. So exporter is going to deal with Al Baraka if something goes wrong, and Al Hilal Bank is going to deal with Al Baraka Bank, because they're already partner, they're already collaborating. But this is just a guarantee to make a trustworthy atmosphere between the exporter and the importer. Okay.
Can there be guarantee contract between importer and exporter, and not, well, not including the bank? Can it be or not?
No. Who is going to be guaranteed? Because nowadays financial institutions, because all tradings and in goods and services doesn't matter if they're involved in money, and the money, everything is handled, all the transactions are done through the banks and financial institutions. You can choose
Okay,
Islamic banks, you can choose conventional bank system, so the one which is more convenient. As I told you, guarantee product is based on two structures, kafala and wakala. Kafala is not allowed by our fee, however some scholars allow it, but wakala is allowed. Wakala is based on account, like agent's account. Somebody's chatting. Okay, thank you. Thank you too. Now, mechanics of Islamic bank, how it works. First, customer purchased a certain goods and services from seller. As per a sale purchase contract, import is principally obligated to make payments to the seller, but before making the payment, he has to check the product we set, if everything is okay. On the seller's demand, the customer applies for a letter of guarantee to Islamic bank for the payment purchase to make the atmosphere more trustworthy between the exporter and the importer. The Islamic bank issues the letter of guarantee for the customer in the favor of seller, as the per guarantee seller has the right payment of sale price equally from the customer importer and Islamic bank. In the case where the customer defaults, the Islamic bank would make the payments to the seller against the purchases. So there is a difference opinion, as we said, concerning kafala and wakala is here. I don't have to explain it again. Now, this is a second product. One product was a guarantee, letter of guarantee. Now is a letter of credit, Islamic letter of credit. As you know from definition, letter of credit is a secure means of ensuring the prompt payment. It's kind of similar to guarantee. However, in here, the bank pays it. It doesn't give a guarantee, but the bank pays it. But it creates a trustworthy atmosphere between the exporter and the importer, so that there is no deception and in misconduct either by exporter or importer of the product. And this Islamic finance structure is based on musharaka, murabaha, and wakala. These expectation exporters are providing and mitigating risk of non-payment. So there are four types that we're gonna see it in letter of credits are murabaha letter of credit, wakala murabaha letter of credit, musharaka letter of credit, and cash-based letter of credit. So I want to stop in here before to move it, and I want to give you an assignment now. You will do it on a paper, and you will just send me by WhatsApp group, okay? Your assignment, please, once you have selected your bank, Okay. In that bank, let's say you selected Al Baraka Bank, an example. What kind of products each bank offers you? Al Baraka offers the following products: cash credits, non-cash credits. Non-cash credits are letters of guarantee, letters of credit, acceptance credit, and reference letters. And cash guarantees are the following. So I want you to write down. So Al Baraka is located in Turkey, and it's an Islamic bank. It offers two different products. One is retail, the other one is corporate. Here they divide it as a cash credit and non-cash credit. Okay. So the division of their products is divided as here: cash credit and non-cash credit. So what about your own bank? I want to see. Please write down now and send it in WhatsApp group.
So we have to do it for the bank that we're doing for our project, right?
Yes, very true. The banks that you are doing for your project. Only the Islamic banks. Don't touch the conventional banks. I want only the Islamic banks. Don't forget to put your name and surname. Take a picture and send it by WhatsApp group. For example, Al Baraka is offering two different products: cash credits and non-cash credits. Cash credits are these ones, and non-cash credits are these ones. If you are two people in a group, then do it like as a group work.
Can you explain it again, please?
Yes.
I'm a little bit confused because I haven't, I choose the country. I'm still looking for the bank. And
choose any Islamic bank now. Choose any Islamic bank in the country that you selected. Which country you selected?
Singapore.
So do they have any Islamic bank in Singapore?
Yes.
So select one Islamic bank, go to their website and see what financial products they offer.
Oh, okay. I got it.